like that. I 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 like that.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, people? What's going on?
All right.
Hey, everybody.
Everybody here.
Yeah. Hey, Queen.
Music look like. Are y'all okay?
Hello, RGB. Nice to meet you. I'm Cozy from New Jersey.
Okay.
And how are you, Dr. Jamal?
I'm fine. Yes.
Okay.
You know Jamal?
Jamal, doctor?
No, I said, yeah.
You know Jamal? Shame on you. You don't have nothing to do with Jenkins High School or nothing, do you?
She understands that it's a great school. That was she said. If she could have gone there, she would have gone there.
She said that intelligent. Hello, Dr. Jamal. Oh shit! I don't know who the hell she was talking about.
You're funny. You're funny.
How you doing out there in Texas?
Man, this weather, y'all.
It's hot?
weather. No, we've been getting real bad thunderstorms, lightning. We just had two windstorm. Well, it was rain and wind that came through here, knocked out over 4,000 windows downtown. And it wasn't even a what do you call it? Tornado. It was just straight. I don't know what they call it, but for the next couple of days, things is just gonna be hit and miss.
Yeah. Okay.
Do y'all have any good days in Houston?
No.
Well, at least on the days that it's raining, they ain't too much killing each other. That's all.
Okay. Y'all rusted in some battle.
Yeah.
Y'all rusted in some battle.
Okay. It's the Rabble. That's right, Vanessa. It's the Rabble. Who put that up? Jamal, you can take it down.
What?
Who doing the control, Jamal or you?
Jamal must have put that up.
Okay.
Put what up? No, I didn't do it. No.
Oh,
I
okay,
got
that's me.
Yeah.
That's
It's
all I did.
alien. It's that alien. Y'all gonna believe it's an
Oh
alien.
Lord, yeah.
Hey,
The alien. You know?
yeah, y'all rest in TMZ.
Yeah. All right, Cozy. Miss Cozy, where you told them you from?
New Jersey.
Okay,
Okay.
New Jersey. I used to live up there one time, up in Patterson.
Patterson, yes. Not
Yeah.
too far from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bernard, let's see you holding it down.
Man, I'm high.
If life get it, if it got any better, you wouldn't know what to do.
Man, what you talking about? Trust me. I told y'all, man, y'all better enjoy your life and leave these folks alone.
Yeah. But we gonna get right into the show. There's a few things that we're gonna have in general discussion, and one of them is the opinion of Charlemagne the God. That's something Jamal brought up, and we're gonna. I don't know what exactly. I mean, I know what he said, but Jamal probably saw it in a better context than we all did, and that's Charlemagne the God.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Man.
Trump a threat to democracy.
Yeah.
No, Charlemagne, he usually have some whack views sometimes. That
Yeah, he's wishy-washy. I don't like
Yeah,
Charlemagne.
He real wishy-washy.
Yeah,
I don't
I
like
just
him
don't. I don't like him, and please don't ask me about my opinion about him.
We
I was
already
like,
got it.
yeah.
You
He's
already
not
said it.
knowledgeable. That's first of all, and when you're asking people that, I mean, stay in your lane. If you're a radio host and you just play hip hop, talk about P. Diddy and them, talk about that. But stay out of politics because you don't know what you're talking about. But
Yeah.
Jamal, you want to tell us what was said and what was done and all that kind of stuff, so we get
Yeah, I think he's saying the same thing that people have been saying on our black media. That's what he said. Basically, that's why I didn't put the full story. That's why I just went and did that screenshot for people to see it. And I thought some of us are automatically identifying as like, even Charlemagne the God is saying that Trump is a threat to democracy. That he supported. He said with regard to even the thing people say what they want about Biden, but when it comes down to it, Trump is a greater threat to democracy. I saw it. I was like, yo, that is right in line with the stuff that Julius Hall has been saying, what people our black media have been saying.
We understand that. We agree with him.
yeah.
So I think that what we need to do here's this radio personality that's out there that has an audience. He's putting it out there. So Charlemagne is saying that by how many other people are putting it out there because again, we see just with regard to our own elections here, 2,500 people did early voting by the Tuesday before early voting is going in. So do we see anything in line by the Democratic Party with regards to trying to motivate people to get out there to vote and also understand because people are now waiting because I guess I didn't because I bet you had the agenda because but I did post some stuff that you even got Supreme Court Justice Alito. He and his wife in particular, has been in an argument with neighbors who lived in their neighborhood who said that, again, that what Trump was doing was incorrect. But his wife, again, the wife of the sitting Supreme Court Justice is basically a Trumpite supporting Trump. And then also had the flag upside down, because again, conveying all of that. And so now Alito went on Fox News and made it appear like they attacked his wife, that this has been an ongoing dispute. So, and guess what? You got two cases coming to the Supreme Court right now that the Trumpites are looking at. That is going, if the Supreme Court goes along with Trump on some of this right here, it's going to invigorate them. And you're going to need to have as many people out there possibly trying to get people to understand that Trump is a threat to democracy. So again, and they're sitting out there right now waiting for these Supreme Court cases and these conservatives and the Trumpites in particular, basically trying to say, hey, and so I'm just like saying we are in some times right now that we need to be absolutely concerned And now when I say concern about getting people out there to know what's in their best interest, because many people don't know what's in their best interest, because most of the Trumpites don't even get anything but the mere fact that they can put a pin to black folks and other people like that, then they're happy about it. But they can still be destroyed themselves. So the cry got to be out there right now. We gotta make it clear.
Yeah, and you're right, Jamal. I just did something on Facebook Live. Let me tell you about this man. Donald Trump is probably the worst person that ever was in the United States. Donald Trump is a wee-wee. Donald Trump is a gutless man to society, and I met him with Hitler. I'm just being honest. And let me tell you what happened. So a media person asked Donald Trump Jr., say, what if the people on the jury say your father is guilty? You know what that fool said? He said, well, they won't be able to pick up their children from daycare. Why would you say something like that? Donald Trump and his family is a disgrace, and they are the worst thing that this country needs. And anybody, I don't agree with Charmaine with some of the stuff, but I agree with this here. If y'all put that man in office, y'all is absolutely in trouble. He already owed $434 million for this woman because of his little wee-wee. And that's the truth. And man, Donald Trump is one. I'm telling you right now, and I'm gonna say this. What my opinion is, my opinion is not our black media opinion. But this guy here, man, is the worst human being that I ever seen in the United States.
And that is absolutely true. What you said, Jamal?
Part of it, again, same thing we were saying on black media, that Bernard just went and said it, that Charlemagne and even Robert De Niro is going to say that Trump not only wants to destroy the city, but the country and the entire world. And that they even going to say that it's Trump derangement syndrome. And so this is what's out there. So I might say to any of us who say we know how bad this person is, how ill-equipped he is, then guess what? We cannot even be sitting down anymore and just, hoping that somebody else is going to come along. We got to be the messiahs right now to put it out there. And everybody that if they can pump the stuff, we need to put it out there on social media, put it on all our platforms so people begin to understand, because you got some black folks who are buying into the scripted Trumpite stuff. It's all scripted. They're scripting the stuff. And so you got some of us sitting there like, oh, you see that? Look at what Trump did. They were at Chick-fil-A. Oh, look at they're at Burger King. Trump is just like black people. He getting persecuted by the criminal justice system.
He knows how to play people. He's playing the American people, and he's playing the stupid ones for real. The rich ones are behind him because they know that all they could do is get rich. Whether it's after a war, whether it's after a civil war, whether it's after whatever, they know that they're going to continue to be rich. They're going to be okay. So they're going to hope that nothing happens and the stock market doesn't crash and all that. But it's true, this thing here, Christians warned us about the Antichrist for over 2,000 years. And when he shows up, they buy a Bible from him.
Put his name on it.
It's true, especially, what gets me though is poor white people. Poor white.
Voting against
Trump won't even walk in their house. Trump won't even shake their hands.
Yeah.
And he's with them. And they're with him. Like till the wheels fall off, they're with him. Because they won't. I guess they figure we are past them, and that they need to put us back in place and back in check. And see, if we don't all get together and understand what that means, then we had them in check and had them in place. They had to do everything every blue moon, but now they done got bold with everything they do. And if Trump is elected, believe me. The Rabble might be canceled.
He said he's gonna keep TikTok, so we can be on TikTok.
They gonna cancel.
He already sucked me a woman. Y'all seen the video. He already sucked me a woman. Okay. Well, let's get to this. Somebody say something? Oh, let's get to this first subject, and that is why we should care about each other. And that just shows you. Listen to this story intently now.
One day, a mouse noticed that the owner of the farm set a mouse trap. He told this to the chicken, sheep, and cow, but all of them answered, "The mouse trap is your problem. It has nothing to do with us." Later, a snake was caught in a mouse trap and bit the farmer's wife. The farmer, trying to heal her, made chicken soup for his wife. Afterwards, slaughtered a sheep to feed everyone who came to visit the wife. Unfortunately, the wife died, and the farmer slaughtered the cow to feed it to the guests at the funeral of his wife. All this time, the mouse watched what was happening through a hole in the wall. Always remember, if something doesn't concern you, don't directly think that this is something that will not hit you on the head.
And did y'all get the analogy of that? The mouse told them, but they said, "Mr. Mouse, that's your problem." The chicken said it, the hog said it, the goat said it, and the cow said it. And certain things happen when the snake bit the farmer's wife, so that he killed the chicken. See, you think it wasn't a problem now? Okay, now the farmer for to kill you, and he fed you to his wife. Then he had to kill the goat and cow. Then he had to kill the cow. In the end, he killed the cow. See, so it's just a trickle down effect. When you think something don't affect you, it does. It affects you. That's why you can't say, "Oh, that ain't my problem." It is your problem, because if you don't do something, then eventually it's going to trickle down and help you. We're the only people that hasn't made everybody else help us. We always running to put up, "Oh, protect this here, protect this here." Every time something happens to somebody, they're putting up somebody's profile on their page. But there's never anything that they do to say, "Hey, help me." What about black people? And that's just what's say.
Well, that goes back to what Dr. King said many years ago. We're all interconnected, and so what affects you is going to affect me directly and indirectly. We haven't gotten that yet, so will we ever get it?
Yeah. I just say that too, man. I'm telling you right now, until we come together and take care of take care of us, and don't worry about what other people say. We already know what other people feel about us. Why we want to go with them and feel the same way? I'm like this here. We may have issues, we may have ups and downs, but I am not going to double cross the people that look like me. I'm gonna fight to the end.
That's a fact.
And I'm gonna go 6 feet under till I fight to the end. Stop always thinking, that they right. And I was telling, I said, look here, I was talking to this young man. I said, look here, listen what I'm trying to tell you. If I'm telling you one thing and the white man over there telling you something else and we telling you the same thing, okay, who you gonna listen to? He ain't no better than me. Yeah, right. He ain't no better than me. Yeah. So stop all that nonsense, man. We got to stick together until we survive. Because at the end of the day, behind closed doors, you know what they calling us. They call us the N-word. You know what they calling us. And then y'all got this so-called good for nothing Central Park guy, the mayor that y'all have. I mean, this guy don't care about nobody but himself and the little poop that he deal with. I'm just keeping it real, and I'm light, and I don't want us to get thrown off, so I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it real. But I'm telling you right now, y'all, if we the only one fighting for our people, then so be it. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep fighting.
Cozy.
My thoughts aren't completely sorted out on that one. I'm a little on the fence with the whole Trump thing, but I'll stick to question number one, why we should care about each other. We absolutely should care about each other, but I think we're a little too, I'm going to use the same word I used last week, disjointed. You got the Divine Nine over there. You got the Methodist over there. You got the this over there and the that over there. We're together come Sunday morning at 11 or 12 o'clock. What happens after that during the week?
We ain't even together then.
True.
They separated in church. Everybody thinking they're better than everybody. We're the only community that hate on each other every day continuously, all day. You know, it's not. It's widespread. I mean, some people might not think it is, and they say it's a myth. Ain't no damn myth. I see it every day. You know, it's every day, and we need to come up out of that. It's programs like this that helps educate people. It's going to take us understanding what we need, what our duties are to make sure that everybody gets an understanding of what's happening outside of their house. Because a lot of people don't care about anything past their front door, you know. And we got to get other people to be involved, care, you know.
Well, watch this, y'all. When you look in our communities, how many businesses are owned by us? We don't own the hair stores. We don't own the beauty supply stores. We don't even own the liquor stores. So that should tell you right there, there's a major problem when we don't even, you know, have businesses to support our communities. We're supporting everybody else but our community.
And you're absolutely correct. Before you go, Jamal, that he's absolutely correct. That is true. But you have black lending institutions that don't even market to people who want to start a business, telling them to come get a loan from me. Don't, you know, I don't understand it, how these people are still in business and they don't loan to us and we keep them in business. Go ahead, Jamal.
Well, I'm going to say this now. When we say that we don't have businesses, look at we don't have the capital. They don't give us the capital. They don't loan us the capital. So that comes into play, and that's all around. But then even if somebody, not that I drink alcohol, but guess what? Black folks, just like using Savannah, for example, black folks are not able to get alcohol licenses. Restaurant, you got one restaurant on one side of the street that got a license that's owned by Caucasians. You got Indians who have liquor stores, but then on the other side, you got a black person that now opens up a restaurant and they can't get an alcohol license. That they'll stop right there, just with regards to on the civil service side. And so all this, so it's not something simple. It just ain't on us. It is other people playing. It is those other hands in there, but then it's accountability. Do we hold them accountable? But I want to share that with regards to that story, that it was a part of the story that was left out, that the farmer later had nothing else to eat. So he had trapped the Wolverine and they killed the Wolverine and ate the Wolverine, who did not want to do anything. And from the Wolverine, from the land, the skin, he then tanned it. So he made some shoes out of it. And then out the fur, he had a little hat. So
I assume the farmer was a warrior.
No, the farmer was a warrior.
Wait a minute now. Hey, why you got to kill the Wolverine? Come on,
the
man.
farmer did that. Wasn't me. Wasn't the that was the farmer.
I want to say one thing before we move on and take a commercial break. I agree with you 100%, Jamal, and that's why I said about the black lending institutions that don't lend money to people who want to start a business. But we have to hold these people accountable. We have to hold these people accountable. If we don't hold them accountable, then there's nothing that we could say. It falls back on us. These lending institutions, and I'm gonna call it out, Carver State Bank. They should be lending more money. And I'm also gonna call out those people who you failed to call out just now. I call names when it's convenient.
There you go.
JB opened the pizza place, Pizza and Wings, and he applied for a license, Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings, and he was denied. But it was a convenience store across the street. They got a wine and beer license across the damn street from him. Then in the same district as him on 17, right there at 516 in Ogeechee, same district, 5th district. A whole damn liquor store opened up the other day.
Yeah.
But you give this man not what he wants, but you give everybody else what they want.
Yeah.
But who's the council person in that
You
neighborhood?
know, your good friend.
Well,
You know who it is.
Well,
Is
and
it Estella?
And no,
You know,
no, hold on. This is gonna be the one time I'm gonna defend her. It's
I
the
ain't no
residents.
defending on her.
It's the residents because they don't want to lift that alcohol overlay. They don't.
Listen,
Well, how
Which
about
I don't agree with.
How the other person did it.
so the overlay stops at his place?
I'm not absolutely sure, but I do know because
nah.
it's near Fowler Park, they don't want to lift that overlay.
nah,
Those
nah,
overlays
right.
might be unconstitutional. Then
Nah.
he probably
It-
needs
it-
a lawyer to
Exactly.
see.
Yeah. It's a liquor store right there. As soon as you get off on Liberty City and
Yeah.
it's the agent on that liquor store.
Mhm.
That's the only liquor store out there. Come on, man. Y'all making me say stop
I agree.
bullshitting and taking up for these people, man. They're killing y'all in Savannah.
But the
They
bad
really
thing about
don't.
it, Bernard, the bad thing about it is it's already a liquor store right there on that's been there for years. A big liquor store right there at Ogeechee and 52nd or whatever that is that turns in Millsby Lane. 52nd turns in right there.
Yeah.
Right.
A block and a half down the street is where I'm talking about the new liquor store.
Yeah.
How
It's
you got all these liquor stores in
liquor
our
stores.
community, but you don't want to give the black man one?
Yeah.
Look,
How
three
many
within 1
liquor
mile.
store?
Three.
How many liquor store in the white community?
None.
How many?
They don't want them in their communities.
How many Asian toenail hair stuff in the white community? How many? Come on now. How many? So trust me, I tell you all the time, man. Until we stop allowing people to do us all kind of way, RG preacher, Jewish preacher, Sonya preacher, RGP, all us. Until we stop letting people treat us all kind of way, that's what they're gonna do to y'all.
Exactly.
Period.
That's
You know,
what's
sometimes
happening.
you got to hit somebody to really understand what's going on, man. And it's a disgrace, man. It's absolutely a disgrace. And I get out of there, man, because I don't want nobody to hurt my family. I don't hurt nobody, and I don't hurt baby. But man, I'm telling you, Savannah is a damn disgrace.
We'll be right back.
Absolutely.
Let me
And it
speak on
go
my
back
neighborhood.
to that. And it go back to that little wee punk, Van Johnson. And hey, hit me up. Yes, I'm calling you out. See, some of y'all too scared to call this punk ass out, but I'm gonna call him out.
What you say, Robert?
Well, and let me speak on my neighborhood because this neighborhood, Liberty City, is one of the main reasons why we have this overlay now. You got these uppity Negroes who don't understand development. What video you playing?
No, go ahead.
That don't understand economic development. They wanted that overlay because they had a lot of alcoholics that would hang out in front of the stores. That time of day is gone, right? And so people just get tied into this archaic way of thinking. And like you said, Bernard, it brings down our community. So guess what happens? Other people move in that don't look like us, get the money, and we're left out of the conversation. And it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense when other sides of town are thriving because they have the nice restaurants. You compare 5th District to downtown and look at the disparity. And you know why? Because there's opportunity down there. But what they want to do is turn us into what? Land and warehouses. Make it make sense.
All right.
It don't.
We'll
It
be
don't.
back.
Have you ever experienced a Juneteenth event? Come out to Port Wentworth and celebrate our 2nd annual Juneteenth Festival. Friday, June 21st from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. Come enjoy our music, our food, our heritage, our culture, and our history. It will be plenty of fun for everyone. Juneteenth is American history. It's a day that we celebrate and remember. It's a day that we look back, but more importantly, a day that we look forward. Join us this June.
Okay, we back. What's that? Why y'all laughing? We got another video for y'all, and it's about the philosophy of life. You know, we try to touch things that makes people think on this program and educate people. So here's the philosophy.
Everything changed for me when I understood this philosophy. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That's the simple philosophy that changed my life forever starting age 25. If you work hard on your job, you can make a living, which is fine. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune, which is super fine. I didn't mind working hard on my job, but things didn't seem to change that much. Then I started working hard on myself to qualify. So let me put it in a philosophical phrase now. Success is something you attract by becoming an attractive person. Success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by becoming attractive. And the whole scope of this we call now personal development. You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are.
Those are some very powerful words. And you know, and that's what puts a bunch of us in ruts. You know, that we've become so weak these days, and I guess I can call it weak because we've been institutionalized and brainwashed that we should give up. You know, we've never had a suicide rate as high as we have it these days in the Black community. We've never had stress levels and mental conditions of this magnitude that we have today, and it's just this, the overall psyche that we've been conditioned to have now, you know. And I just think it's when you just got to have something to motivate you. You got to have people around you to motivate you. You got to have something that's going to make you want to get up every day and go. Because the opposite of life is death. And you do nothing when you're dead. So why are you gonna kill yourself? You know. Anyway, y'all go ahead.
Yeah. I'll sing the praises to my Lord when I'm dead.
Where's your ball going at, man?
Nothing when you're dead. He ain't saying
I'll sing the praises to my Lord when I'm dead.
Deal with him.
Hallelujah. I'll be right there in that gospel choir, that golden gospel choir of God. I'll be right there. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Hey, something wrong with that young man. Hey,
Something wrong with him.
And that's your doctor. And that's your doctor.
Yeah.
Dr. Jamal.
Yo, Phil.
You know what kills me, man? And me and Sonya agree with this one. Why do these fools think? See, that's how they feel about us, Black folks. They say give them a Juneteenth day, and then they'll give us a Martin Luther King day, and they'll hush. And they'd rather give us a day and thinking that's just fine with us, man. Man, please, man. Hey, I see y'all had an election down in Savannah, and I think I seen it when I passed on Mall Boulevard. Y'all got to realize down there, man, just because it looked like us, you don't always have to vote for us, man. We our worst enemy. Y'all got 7 Black people at City Council down there in Savannah City Hall, and what they doing for y'all? Come on now. Some of y'all, please make it make sense on this show. Please make it make sense.
Okay. Next.
See, y'all can't make a sense. Y'all quiet.
We're gonna let one of the sisters talk. Y'all been quiet. Our ladies been quiet tonight.
I don't know whether they paying attention or not.
We're paying attention.
Okay.
We're absolutely paying attention. It's just where do you weigh in on something respectfully? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'll yield to the sister.
The sister looking at TV. Look at her looking up there.
I'm not looking at TV. I told y'all I have 2 computers. I have 2 monitors.
Yeah. If you got a monitor up there, then your neck ought to be hurt.
Son, hey, Y'all know Sonya is the first lady of first lady of our black media. She's the first lady of our black media, and we love her. But Sonya, man,
we love her.
We love her. We love her.
All right, Robert.
And if I could start there, I agree with everything he said in that quote. It just ain't that easy. I mean, you got to think about it, but now you understand what I'm talking about. Life is a complex thing, and sometimes words put into a sentence makes people feel really good, but it don't always work like that. People have real life issues. People have loved ones that unexpectedly take a left turn, and you don't know what to do. People have things that happen catastrophically, and you don't know what to do. The reason why we have a higher mental health rate is because in the past, our elders didn't deal with it. You just go pat yourself on the back and go figure it out. And so what I'm saying is we've got to do a better job of love, compassion, and being a community instead of hurt, rumors, and putting people through hell. And until we get there, our community will continue to go at a higher rate, and our young ones are just going to suffer. It makes no sense to me that a child under the age of 25, around that age, feels like they're going to injure themselves. And we have that now. And so I think we've got to really take a deep look at ourselves, number one, but two, at the next person. Because we love to quote scripture, but God also said, love thy neighbor as thyself, but we don't do a damn good job of that at all.
Nope. Yeah.
Well, Robert, we used to pat ourselves on the back and say, go figure it out, but it worked.
Did it?
Yeah.
It did it.
Yeah. It worked. It worked.
Yeah.
You don't see what you see today. It is, we're in a different stratosphere today than we was back then. And back then, you say, go work it out. You ain't had no other choice. Now you got choices. You can go lay down over here and feel depressed. You can go lay down over here and make somebody feel sorry for you. So get your ass up and goddamn make it work. That's what you're supposed to do every day. I understand that some people can't because their coping mechanisms ain't like everybody. We're not all wired the same.
Correct.
I understand all that.
Correct.
But most of us we just want to be in that rut. We want to be. Now I ain't saying everybody. I got a bunch of friends with some mental problems that I like to just sit down and talk to and help out whenever I can.
I'm one of them.
I'm just saying that you got to say, what's the alternative? Should I just feel stressed out? Should I feel suicidal? Or should I just get my ass up and make it work? You know, I don't see nothing. I don't know nothing that's going to make me kill myself. Not a damn thing.
Then you are blessed.
After I get through killing myself, I can't fix nothing on this side.
Then you are blessed. Yeah. That's something I've been fighting my entire life.
Is that correct?
So, absolutely.
Let them talk, y'all.
Absolutely.
I want to hear more about this. Go ahead, ma'am. Please.
Go ahead.
Was diagnosed in 2002 with just depression. And they said, you know, ma'am, this is a little bit beyond postpartum because I delivered in 2001. And I didn't take it seriously because, you know, I had my husband the ex-husband pointing at me saying this and this one is that and da-da-da-da-da. All it was So, of course, you reject that. Things I've heard my mom say all my life. Things I've heard my dad say all my life. Finally, in 2009, well, no, let me stay with 2002. The marriage therapist, going back between the two of us, right? Took off her glasses, threw down her clipboard, and she got on her knees and held me by my knees. And she said, Lori, you are sick. Tomorrow, doctor. Tomorrow, medicine. And I'm thinking, that can't be me. I'm always happy, blah, 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 blah. And until I read it for myself, what depression really looks like, clinical depression, I scored 100. Hopelessness, where you pull away from activities that you normally enjoy. And it's not all the time. It's like a battery. I try to explain that to people. You have your plus side, which is mania. You have your negative side, which is depression. You know, from 1 to 10, that's kind of what I share with people that I get, you know, kind of deeply involved with, and I trust them enough to handle my illness in case I have a crisis. I said, if you see me acting a little cattywampus and the pendulum is really going way over there or way over there, just quietly ask me, what number are you at? What number are you? You know, depression can come from anything. You could fall on a ladder at work, something goes awry in here, and the depression switch will go off, right? I believe in my case, it was definitely through hereditary, not just me, but I would say the majority of foundational Black Americans whose loved ones survived that transatlantic experience and witnessed some of the most horrible things to happen to another human being. You don't think that trauma is not trapped in our DNA? You don't think so? People say, Laura, you look like your dad. You have his freckles. My sister say, Laura, you have daddy's hands. I said, I do. But I have his trauma too. I have our grandfather's trauma too. I don't have alcoholism, but I have something else that's going on inside that, unfortunately, I believe some of it is passed down. Actually, it's a fact, maybe not with me, but depression, mental illness, high blood pressure, all of those things, a lot of them are hereditary. So when you say there's nothing in my life, you know, that will make me want to commit suicide, consider yourself blessed. It's a fight for me every day. Every day.
And guess what?
I'll land right there.
But you still here.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
So that's what that is. That's patting you on the back and telling you go figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we don't have no other choice but to be strong.
Yeah.
If we can't change nothing if we're not here. If you're not in the fight, you can't change it. If you don't vote, you don't count. It's engagement and involvement. If you don't be involved in life, and like I said, some people, they have that diagnosis. Some people are just mental wild. Now, I'm gonna tell you and I understand exactly what you say, because you ever roll down the street and it's a truck passing you, be wondering, man, I wonder whether I survive that truck smash into my car. Y'all ever thought that?
Okay.
I have, you know, and I be wanting to get over to the other side. You know, that's a mental thing. But, you know, I don't let it get to me to where I want to say, I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want to see whether I survive this truck crashing into me. You know, so I understand. But like I said, it is voluminous now. There's so many people claiming it because that's the only way that they can cope. And I don't think that that's a good thing. It might be the water, it might be the food, it might be a whole lot of things, but I don't think that you're suffering from the trauma of your ancestors. I don't think so.
Well,
I think it is. I
disagree.
I think it is. I'm a doctor. I play a doctor on TV. I think it is. I think it is.
I disagree.
And that counts. That counts.
Dr. Jewett.
I think it's. I think it's.
We got a lot of doctors.
It's in the things that we intake.
Absorb.
No.
Yeah. You know, I really do.
I think that those may be triggers to set it off. But does anyone else agree with him that mental illness is not transferred through our genes?
I want to say this.
I do. I agree with you in saying that mental illness is transferred through our genes.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just like alcoholism. I mean, it may not say that, you know, because this parent had alcoholism, let's say, that their children will automatically have it. No, but they have the marker.
Yeah.
They have that marker. And it might take one moment, one incident, one car accident to shift and throw that bitch into gear, and boom, there it is, head on.
Yeah.
My mother smoked,
TV.
and nobody in my family, none of her kids do. My mother, my father suffered from schizo type disease, but illness, but it didn't affect any of the kids, and that's direct bloodline.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're saying that it skipped and it came all the way from the Civil War and hit you, then I mean, it could happen. I mean, I can't discount anything. But what I'm saying is that we have to be strong and not let anything eat us up. And I've been through the fire. I've been through it where I thought about saying, what if I wasn't here? But I knew that wasn't a good alternative.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't done it because I feel it's selfish. Why should I leave my children and my sisters with that? And also, I checked with my life insurance policy; they won't cover it.
Yeah. But
I would have been out of a long time ago.
I ain't getting none of that.
Yeah,
you strong.
Yeah, I think all us go through a lot of stuff. And Miss TV, I met you on Big Day Scolding, and we have a blast on there and everything.
We do.
I would have never imagined what you just said.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And I believe you
Every
because
day.
of there. And it's like people don't realize you go through things in life. Prime example. Y'all know, been married for 40 years. All right, I'm married for 40 years. Okay. I'm laying by a woman for 40 years, and all of a sudden that woman done left and gone to heaven. And now I'm out here 61 years old, and I'm like, damn, what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And y'all don't realize just because you see people smiling, just because you see people walking, just because you see people looking good, man, all that shit don't matter if you know that person. Nope. The number one problem in our Black community is mental health. The number two problem in our Black community is suicide. The number three Black in our community is us killing each other. That's it.
I think the number one problem is pride.
It's pride. There you go. Touchdown.
And always expecting some outside entity to fix it.
Yeah.
I can't fix nothing if I'm on my knees and my head is down and my eyes are closed. I got to get my ass up and get in the fight.
There you go. There you go.
You right.
There you go.
There you
We
go.
want to Jesus everything away, and we have to realize that the Creator or God or the universe or whomever gave us that, and they also gave us science.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So there's medicine, there's all kind of coping mechanisms that we have to, like, for you, Julius, I'm going to point you out because you said there's nothing that you can imagine to make you want to commit suicide. When you deal with stress, when you deal with high anxiety, if I go into a supermarket, which is rare, that's an immediate panic attack, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have to employ mechanisms to help me cope. I have to I got to pick up this. I got to grab this. You already have those things already in place. You could just call on it to protect you. I have to go look for them to employ them. I got to do 10 seconds. I got to step back and go into the car and regroup. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean I'm a failure. Doesn't mean I don't still have value. I realize all of those things. But Julius, it's not easy out here. All of you, I'm sorry. It's not easy out here. Mm-hmm. And I ride around beautiful Savannah, and I see so many of us not just homeless, but disabled, diseased. And I go, well, what happened when it was so lively here and blah, 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 blah. You don't think people losing their businesses on purpose, them driving Route 16, right through the heart of the business districts, those people losing their businesses. You don't think that affected them? You don't think people ride down the street and uncle owned this and auntie owned that? And now it's I don't want to be disrespectful, but now it's a beauty supply store. I'll leave it right there. You feel me? Where they really don't even want you in there.
Yeah.
So it goes deep. Mental illness is it's
Well,
deep.
it's real.
Yeah, it's
It really
real.
is deep, and we
It's
have to
real.
take
I
it
do have to tell
seriously.
you that I do relate to some of the things that you said about, particularly counting the 10. I count the 15 for Charlie, for Robert, for Sandra, because they get on my nerves so bad that I got.
Bernard, you
See
got
this
to
joker?
Hey, you're right, man. I'm telling you right now, and I'm gonna say something that y'all I ain't never said before. I'm gonna say something. Every time I come to Savannah, Georgia, and it's true. Every time I come to Savannah, Georgia, I be crying. I cry because it's not the city that I left. And when I'm coming back in Marietta, Georgia, at my place, I'm happy.
Not bad know where you live.
Huh?
Not
Yeah,
bad.
in Marietta, you know what I'm saying? And so y'all can come get me, but I got, hey, trust me, I got little white folks, they got guns. But anyway.
Call panic.
Hey, but seriously, man, I cry because, man, it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way, man.
And it wasn't
It's
always that way.
It wasn't always that
No.
way,
No,
Julius.
no.
I'm
Nope.
telling you.
No.
I lose my mind. I'm like, what the? I was in one club, fight broke out. Boom. I was in another club, fight broke out. I'm walking at the traffic light, fight broken out. I'm like, come on, please make it make sense, man.
You see, I ain't gonna catch that because I ain't going to the club.
You know I got to go, Joe. You know I got to go.
I know. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Richard Coleman, and I'm running for the office of Sheriff of Chatham County. And when I'm elected, I promise to inspect what I expect. Chatham County, it's time for a change, and that change is me, Richard Coleman.
All right.
Yeah.
Trouble coming in the door. I can hear the garage.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. You got to act right now.
I know it. I met that young man, Coleman. He's a pretty good guy. I don't know his background, but I met him when I was at Connor Temple Baptist Church. And he was there.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I don't know, man. Y'all got everybody that look like y'all in leadership, and y'all still having a problem.
Well, and I'll say that you said something very key. Benny, when we had a Benny Mitchell around here, all rise, Mr. Charlie Brown.
All
when
right.
we had people like Benny Mitchell,
Two
Mr. Brown, let me finish this Mr. Brown. Come here, now.
No, y'all go ahead and finish the conversation because I don't want the little general to put a mute on.
You ain't got to do me like that
and say all kind of mean things about me. Go ahead, get on out the way.
But what I was saying.
But I guess I can take it because I'm the one who said you gotta have alligator skin and elephant hide.
There you go.
But again, you don't have to insult me, and you know
what
that's.
do you mean?
Blame Ivan Cohen because he told me to test you. He said, "See whether Charlie really got it." So blame Ivan Cohen. Ivan Cohen told me to do that last week.
But Mr. Brown,
what were you saying, RGB?
When we had people like Reverend Mitchell, who wasn't afraid to stand alone, who would fight for the community, you had us who hated him for fighting for us.
Yeah.
You don't have, and that's why I think when he passed, I think that was a very clear-cut difference. We no longer have folk that's going to advocate for our community in the right way. Well, we do. We got Alicia and Bernetta and Keisha, but that day is gone where people actually care about the community. People care about their pockets and their clout. That ain't gonna uplift the community. You get money from these developers to take over our communities, our historic communities, when we couldn't go other places. It blows my mind how ignorant we have become, how much of a slave we have become to the master again. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, you're right. And one thing about it is Benny Mitchell, he's everything to me. And he was at Piedmont Hospital, and he called. He said, "Hey," his wife called me and said, "Benny need to see you." So I went to Piedmont Hospital and I seen him. We sat down and talked for 2 hours. When I left, they called me the next day and said he was gone. So I'm the last person that he talked to before he left. he was just giving me advice like, hey, I'm proud of you, blah, 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 this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And that ain't gonna never happen again.
No.
No.
And let me, Mr. Brown, let me say this here. Lil Benny, let me tell you something. Lil Benny told me, Bernard. We talked about 2 years ago. A very influential person in Savannah told Lil Benny, ain't nothing here. You might as well get the hell on.
Yeah.
Real talk. Real talk.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you who said it. Very influential person. So what that tells you something. So y'all two are exactly right. Mr. Brown, they were saying this is not the city they left. They came back.
Oh no.
They thought they were Nightmare on Elm Street.
I came in a little bit late, but the only thing I want to say about Benny Mitchell, you know, he was a fusionaire and he thought about the MLK, and he is one of the originators of that. So it is a void left after his absence, and a lot of things have changed since he left because he was on the, I guess, on the front running of civil rights on a lot of areas and stuff.
Right.
And it is a void. But again, hello, boys. As always, my trademark coming in. And I can see ladies tonight. And Easy, I can see you still with us. You decided to join us again. I had a little chapter last week, but that's okay. Sometimes when you don't get appreciated, they don't. They have a tendency to do that.
Oh, Lord.
And that's all. And I'm not mad. He don't appreciate it. Don't put no thumb up.
Come on, Mr.
I don't know thumb up. I don't agree with you on
that. We always talk, Juice. I'm saying we are. Juice and I always.
Come on, Mr. Brown.
Juice and I always. Come on, Brown.
Why you always crying?
And I always get in these crying. Julius and I've been getting in these bouts for the last 5 years before y'all ever came on the show. Yeah, it was just the two of us.
So you should be used to it.
I was, but I'm not crying. I'm just saying I don't appreciate him doing that. And then when I leave, he can shut up about me. I look at the show. I better look at his show, and he just cut me the ribbon.
Come on,
and I don't treat people that way. I demand him to tell me he's apologized to that part because he was wrong to that part.
Mr. Brown.
He talked behind my back. See, but now how you communicated with me, that's what I was doing to him. But he muted me.
Mr. Brown, you were 6'8" and Richard Honor
for this.
And you rode the bit for 4 years. That ain't our problem. 6'8" and ride the bit for 4 years at Richard Honor, that ain't our problem.
Yeah, he got some real he got some problems, Cozy. Mr. Brown.
He got trauma. He got bad trauma.
I'm learning. Taking notes.
Hey, Mr. Brown, we love you, man. We love you. It's all good. It's gonna be all right. Yeah.
I guess when you're in the Rat Pack, you get away with it. I guess. Y'all can come on continue with the show. That's okay.
Mr. Brown, no, guess what? They can't go all night long. They can't do
no.
Come on.
All night long.
Say something to Robert before we
all
go.
Right.
Robert, and I hear you when you talk about what Benny Mitchell did and what his impact on the community. But I want to also let you know that you what you do in the community. Even though it's not recognized now, people will recognize it later because you're passionate about developing your community. You're passionate about preserving your community. You're passionate about people. So it might not show now, but just keep striking the stone, and it will. Well, what we do here every day, people will probably be saying, "Man, you know where that started at? Man, that started right there on our black media with those guys that, later on, we're the only ones doing anything like this. Who else doing something like this? I mean, and being on a serious note to care about people."
Yeah.
Robert is invaluable on what he's doing and what he brought the attention to. He has brought a lot of attention to the neighborhoods and say, don't let them take your neighborhood from you. Fight back. That is invaluable. That need to be said and done. People hadn't been saying that. Who he represent them. It's not because he wanted the position. He was sick and tired of sick what was happening in the 5th district where he lived at. He was living proof of it.
Yeah. The people will see it after a while. The people are understanding.
Oh yeah.
Keep going. Don't give up. I had a candidate the other day told me, and this is true. We went and picked her signs up. She lost, and she said, "I said, where you want me to deliver your signs up?" We picked them all up. She said, "Throw them in the trash. I'm done with politics." And she's a great person. You cannot give up just because you lost. That is a lesson.
Corrupt the best.
Yeah,
that is a lesson that you learn. That's a lesson.
Politics.
It gets you ready to serve.
Yeah.
God might have been telling you that you ain't ready. God might have been showing you, just wait, I'll show you when. So if that's what your passion is and that's what you feel that you should be doing, keep doing it until it happens.
Yeah. Well, so let me ask you a question, Jules. Let me ask you a question. Jules. Let me ask you a question. Because you know, you and Mr. Brown know better than we do. So just say you this normal person. I'm normal. And I got in politics and it's not, I don't call it politics. I call it about doing right for the people. So once you get there, and let's say you win, right? And you down there in City Hall or you down there in Washington, and all of a sudden it's certain things that you can say and certain things you can't say because you in politics now. And because you supposed to be this so-called leader and you can't cuss nobody out because you doing this. All they're doing is putting a Band-Aid. Hey, baby girl.
What's up, Ron?
All right. And this is my daughter,
Brown.
Boo-Boo.
I just came from the pool.
Okay. All you doing is putting a Band-Aid on your mouth because you can't say what you really want to say. And one thing I'm not going to do, I ain't going to put a Band-Aid on my mouth. I'm going to cuss your ass out. I'm going to tell you like it is at the end of the day. So by being in office, do you think it hurt you or help you?
Well, it's all according to who you are. And then Mr. Brown can go. It's all according to who you are. Because if you're going for the people, then nobody can put a Band-Aid across your mouth. They can't put nothing across your mouth because you're going to speak truth to power. But if you're going for yourself, then they can Band-Aid you your whole head up because it's all about money. Go ahead, Mr. Brown.
I think you've got an interesting subject. A lot of times, just because the person who holds a seat, that ain't the power lies. The person who behind the scene, who pulled the string and tell that person how to react and how to do things, that's where the power lies in that person. Sometimes you don't have to get in politics to be in that office. Behind the scene, you can make the greatest difference because you control that person, and that person will control that area or district.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you a question too. I ain't trying to get personal on y'all, and I ain't trying to put y'all on the spot. Yeah. So y'all tell me, and y'all work and y'all bust y'all ass off 4 years ago to get this man in office, and then he turned against y'all. So y'all tell me what happened to him, Van Johnson.
Well, actually, I'm gonna let Julius take that answer because I was 100% against it, and I told Julius I wasn't for him at all. Although I went out at first along with Julius, and I all of a sudden backed out and said I can't do it because I can't stomach him because I didn't think he was true to the community. And Julius wanted to believe, I assume, but he can explain better than I can about Julius. I was against it.
Yeah, he was. And since he was with me every day, I talked him into I say, I'm not buying you lunch today, Charlie, unless you go with me to help Van. So
why you had to say about food?
So we remember that time we even met him one time. Remember in front of the courthouse
right by his office at the county.
His commission, yeah. And we met him there, and Charlie didn't even want to go. But I said, Charlie, I just got to go back and pick up something from him and pick up a check.
No, pick up a check.
Yeah.
That's what you went
so he came out, and he couldn't believe Charlie was in the car because he knew Charlie didn't like it. But Charlie was right there holding the sign in the Highlands and everything else. And when you get in, power can corrupt you. You know, when you have absolute power in a certain position, the mayor of Savannah has absolute power. When you have power, it can corrupt you. So, you know, and it's not a criminal corrupt. It's a what you call it, Charlie, a civil corrupt. Sandra, you should be chiming in.
You get compromised.
Chiming in, Sandra.
What he does.
I did. I said.
Oh, go ahead, Sandra. You want to say something? Go ahead, babe. Go ahead, Sandra.
What I said is that he never changed. He was the same asshole he was before y'all held the sign. I told you this before I left.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You did. I promise you. You and Charlie Brown were two of the people. No, it was two other people. You had to commit Victor, but I never could change Victor mind. And Pam Oglesby. And Bernetta. Bernetta got quiet. But I couldn't change your mind. You said who he was and what he was going to do, and Bernetta you told me Victor told me who he was and what he was going to do, and you and Victor were exactly right.
Yeah,
there you go. Hey, my sister asked me the other day. I ain't gonna call one of my sister name, and she said Van called her and say, "Why your brother always on me? What's his problem? What's his problem? What's his problem?" Right? So she said, well, why you don't like him? Why? I like, man, I cut the conversation because she's so pro Van in so many ways. So I left it alone, and I said, let me tell you something right now. If he know my number, he know all that. Just tell him to ask me. So now when somebody go to another person and ask him why, then you know damn well that person ain't no good.
There you go.
Well, you know he wrong.
Drop some mic. Let me offer
this. It's dropped.
It's dropped. That's a drop the mic moment. Because that's part of what we talked about earlier. That's what's different. But let me say this here. Sometimes too, people can't separate the person from the politician. You gotta be able to do that. Because there's some people I like as a person, but I don't like their policy. But if I'm your friend, I like you, that don't mean I'm gonna vote for you either. That's the problem we got down here in this city. You think just cause it ain't happening in my house or happening to me or my people, that it ain't gonna it don't affect us. No, you gotta start thinking about the neighbor. What it look like I'm sitting up here eating and my neighbor hungry? But I'm in charge. What kind of dumbass shit? Excuse me, y'all. What is that about? And that's what we got down at City Hall. You got these so-called wannabe black folk who in power, knowing doggone well your people can't even get a liquor license, but what y'all do, keep denying them. Come on now.
Well, one of the things that if you to look at, you have to look at history. If you to look at the first district, that would have show you the history. And that's one of the things I was concerned about. You know, he had no history in the first district. West Savannah, like a third world country, and it never really changed. And now he's saying, what I want to do is take and run your whole entire city. Allow me to do this. And a lot of people came across, they love him to death. I guess he is appealing, but I kept saying to people, look at the first district.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm gonna tell y'all, then I'm gonna hush. This is what I want our black media to do, man. Y'all get a camera and y'all go talk to the people in Savannah, Georgia. I talk to the people in Savannah, Georgia, and they're gonna tell you what's going on. I'm telling you right now. And they're gonna open them out. And the first thing gonna say, you know, I'm gonna tell you this, but don't put it on camera. I'm gonna tell you this, but don't call my name. I'm gonna tell you this here. Boom. And those people that telling you is telling the damn truth.
Well, Bernard, and then we can go to another subject. I know exactly what you're all on. We can do what we can to stop some of the bleeding now, the hemorrhaging, but we have to get ready for 3 years from now. Whoever going to lead Savannah, we need to get them and get their air and hear what's going on by going around with the camels, like you say, and talking to people and giving that to the person who we feel, black media feel that can make change in Savannah.
Yeah.
That is the key we need to do.
Yeah.
If y'all still there, y'all, let me say this.
If y'all still there,
Keisha Gibson Carter did not get a fair shot because I'm gonna be real right now. It's gonna get me in trouble because we got so many of us head in the sand because you won't listen to the next person because y'all friends with that person. We gotta cut that dumb stuff out. That's ignorant at its best.
Yeah.
Robert, that's why it's called politics.
About that next person right there.
Robert, that's why it's called politics. Robert, that's why it's called politics.
Yeah.
Well, we got this.
It's what you're saying. It's why it's called politics, Robert.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
The person know that person, and they know that person.
Yeah.
It's nothing we can do about that, because that's the creature of politics. You just gotta get a candidate and do the research, like Bernard say, and you bring that candidate in. Say, this is what the people are saying. This is what we want you to try to implement. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's see if anybody know anything about this joke of the week besides Robert and Sandra.
What's wrong with you?
A local barber got busted for selling drugs. I've been going to him for years.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
I didn't even know he cut hair.
That's everybody in Savannah. That's everybody in Savannah.
That's all that nasty.
I didn't even
What
know
That's catchy.
I'll take offense to that.
I thought y'all was like that.
That's catchy. He didn't even know the guy cut hair.
That's Jamar. That's Jamar. Shit. We didn't know he cut hair.
Good one.
There you go. There you go. The second joke of the week.
I was pulled over by a police officer this morning. He looked at my license and said, "You're supposed to be wearing glasses." I told him I have contacts. And he said he didn't care who I know.
That's the one for Charlie.
That went over my head. Who you do?
The police officer. No, the police officer pulled him over. He gave the police officer his license. Police officer looked at his license and said, "You supposed to be wearing glasses." He said, "I got contacts." The police officer told him, "I don't care who you know."
All right.
That still went over my head, but I got it. It went over my head.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You know what? If all us on this show was running for office in Savannah, Georgia, we all will lose. You know why?
Yeah.
You know why we will lose?
Because we're not willing to compromise ourselves.
There you go. And we ain't taking brown people bags, and we ain't selling out our people. Period.
Yeah.
That's why.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We more powerful than not being in office. We help our people more than not being there.
I'd rather be behind the scene and
Yeah.
I can see things better, and I don't want to play checkers. I want to play chess because my main concern is my people in this community.
Yeah.
I could have been got out of the rat race because I'll be honest with you, although we don't like each other that well, we fuss and fight when we're in person. That man of the Julius Hall, he started calling me at a few years back, 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning time, want to talk politics and everything else. And I said, Julius, please, I'm retired. He'll tell you I was retired. And I'm going to use a line from Godfather right quick. Every time I think I'm out of this mess, he pulled me right back in. And I'm being honest. Maybe that's why he can talk to me this way. And sometimes we holler at each other. Y'all should see us sometime in person. We curse each other out all the time. Driving down the highway in the same vehicle.
Not Mr. Dignity and Decorum.
But that's passion, though. That's passion.
They ain't nothing but the love boat.
That's passion.
Ain't no passion.
Yeah, but he keep bringing me back into politics when I was trying to get out. George will tell you that.
Yes, sir.
That's how we started ATR together, arguing and fussing and fighting.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all something. Did I show y'all the Jamal Bryant video last week?
Jamal Bryant.
Yeah.
Bishop of New
Yes.
Birth.
I did show it.
Missionary Baptist Church in Stonecrest, Georgia.
Okay, I thought so.
Why don't you show it again? Because some of the viewers might not have seen it if it's that powerful.
Yeah, show my pastor.
His church is where that boy
Yeah.
had gotten funeralized. He used to be a member of that church.
Yeah.
The one that
Hold
had
on.
gotten shot by the police.
Got murdered by the police, yeah.
There you go. In about a minute and a half.
Number one golfer in America was stopped early this morning because he was on the way to a PGA tour. He did not listen to the police. He ran his car past the police, threatening the physical body of police officers. And you're not going to believe what they did. They arrested him. They fingerprinted him. They took his mugshot. But by 10 o'clock, they released him to play golf. Something is wrong in America. If in fact you have respect as a golfer, but you don't have a respect for an Air Force person who has given their life to this nation, you cannot remain silent in the face of injustice. Roger, ladies and gentlemen, was killed in cold blood. And all over the nation, people have been asking, is Roger's dog all right? But they're not asking, is his mama all right? Not asking, is his little brother all right? Not asking, is Harmony all right? Not asking, is his father all right? And I came to tell America, we ain't all right. This is not right, what has happened on today.
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
a fact.
That's a fact. That's deep. That's deep.
Well, you know what it is. It's interesting. I hate to tell you, now I don't hate to tell you that it's white privilege. That golfer was white. I mean, we can make anything out of we wanna, but he was a PGA touring.
Yeah.
The golf ain't had nothing to do with it. It's white privilege. And they want to do it all the time now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they dropped the case today.
Yeah. And the only reason why they took him to jail because they didn't know he was the number one golfer in the world. And that's the only reason why they took him to jail. But if they know he was the number one golfer in the world at that scene,
never would have went to jail.
They would have let him go right then and there.
They would have let him go right there. Man, come on, man. Y'all need to wake up. Wake up.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. If I drove past there, I would have still been in jail right now.
I don't know where you've been in jail. You might not have been here.
First of all,
I know
if you
I ain't
would
gonna
have
be
touched
here.
that man with that car, he would have immediately started shooting at you.
Yeah. Period.
But they dropped the charges today though because they saw the video across the street.
Yeah. All charges was dropped. It was gonna happen anyway. It was gonna happen anyway.
I give you,
you know what I'm saying?
I give you an example right quick to show you white privilege. Rosa Parks was on the bus. The white man saw her sitting there. He came by her, say, I want this seat, move. And she refused to move. And I know this started the civil rights movement in Alabama, but I'm saying that was strictly white privilege. They had it then, and they still are doing it. And they're doing it through politics. They're doing it through people like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It's white privilege, brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this. White privilege could be diminished, or it could be evaporated, or it could be lost in our minds. We have the ability to cancel white privilege. Yes, we do.
We do.
Because our unity, if we all stood up and did what we supposed to do,
game over.
You wouldn't even see white privilege. I can show you a prime example on a minor level. Look at Ben Crump.
Oh, Lord.
Look at Ben Crump.
Mm-hmm.
When Ben Crump take and sue somebody, he take an army with him. They got to listen to him. Ain't no, how many cases you seen him lose? He takes an army with him.
That's that's their guy.
If he takes 2 or 3 of y'all, they ain't gonna pay him a damn bit of attention. But when you take an army with you, see, our problem is there is no unity.
There you go.
There you
None.
go.
There you go.
But we ain't gonna stand up when they done beat Cozy TV down, when they beat Cozy down on Victor Drive because she stopped to look at a building and holding up traffic, and they done got you out of the car and you got belligerent with them and they beat you down. We ain't coming to help you. You see what I'm saying? So, but when Ben Crump come, we all coming to help you.
And here comes the check, though. But there's really no victory in that. They just write him a check and keep the family quiet.
But let me offer this. If y'all look at the movie Malcolm X, I'll never forget the scene where Malcolm took the whole nation with him to see Brother Johnson.
Yes.
That's what we got to start doing.
Yes.
But we can't do that.
That's too much power for one man.
When I'm talking man, when I tell you.
He said.
Yeah. But we can't do that. And I want to ask y'all this question. Why can't we do that?
I think this is still...
Well, because the CIA was set up to neutralize any threat of any Messiah.
I think this is so powerful and so interesting because divided, you fall. You know, you fall. You know what's interesting is when I tell a candidate, I say, if you're going to run, I want you to always carry at least Jewish notice 4 or 5 people with you. Yeah. And I said the reason you want to do that is that when people see you, they see you got influence and they think everyone like you. Robert, I think I told you that.
Yeah.
Really care.
You know, they don't like me.
Yeah, I did. Whether you win or not, but what I'm saying, that is about if we are so divided, we will fall. If we stick together, we will be strong. We can't fight off a lot of people, but if Bernard and I are back to back, our chances will be a little bit better. Me by myself or he by himself, I'll probably help them beat him up.
Yeah. Hey, but you know,
nobody got the joke.
Yeah, but you got to realize too, right now, and I always tell people, I say our black media, Jules Hall, Charlie Brown, the founder and everything, but I'm telling you right now, y'all don't realize this. If y'all go on TikTok, and I've been on there, if y'all don't realize, y'all are very powerful. Our black media network. It's the only thing that they can look to say they're right. We ain't gonna sugarcoat shit. We boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And until people embrace us, because they try not to embrace us because we telling the truth. How many times you ask me, 10 people that you can get to say, oh, I love them because they tell the truth. Man, they'll say, I don't love them because they're talking this and doing that. Trust me, at the end of the day, until they knock on your door, until they say your son have been killed by a policeman, your daughter have been raped by this, your dog have been cut, and I'm a true story. This man cut my nephew dog neck off.
Whoa.
And the dog came and bled to death. And nobody did nothing about it. A dog, y'all, cut the dog's neck off. I can show you the picture.
No,
if they ain't cruel,
animal.
If they ain't cruel, I don't know what is, man. I don't know what is.
That's
an animal.
Terrible.
An innocent dog. The man cut a knife and cut the dog's neck.
Was the man white or black?
I don't know. Look like us. Look like us.
Now,
look like us.
He need to be put in jail. That's cruelty to animals. Don't do that. I don't like stuff like that.
It is cruel.
That's kind of deep.
Yeah, that's just wrong. And man, sometimes I'm telling you right now, sometimes I just want, and y'all feel the same way, son, y'all. I just want to sit in my little house and tell y'all to go to hell.
Baby, what?
Can I say this for a minute? Sandra, I know you're not saying too much, but your beauty is untouched by the late evening. I do want you to know that. I've seen you before.
I don't know what it is. What's that glow?
I've seen you before, but this is the best I've seen you in a long time.
Lord.
And it's not a put down, it's a compliment. I want you to know that. You look very attractive. I want you to know.
Thank you.
Now she finna go to the bar.
Don't do my friend like that.
Unless the bar is downstairs next to my TV, I'm not going nowhere.
We are we got about 30 minutes left, and we got a couple of subjects. But when to touch on this the last thing to talk on this on that particular incident, this is what we're here trying to do. We're trying to unite a people, and if we don't do it, then who else is? We have a charge to keep, and that's what we do every week, every day, not every week, every day we do it here. Some type of show is on that is trying to bring information to our community. And it's not racist. It's just waking our people up because we're so far behind. And we need to unify. We need to put our numbers together, even our money, economic power we need to do. Not only our bodies and the body count. We need to put our monies together.
Correct.
We need to put our minds together. Everything that we do, we have always succeeded in. We just have to be able to stop having people tell us that won't work. We're making it work.
The truth will set you free, and that's what we try to give the individual. And Jill is right. And as always, why do community fail? Why do individuals fail? Two key reasons: lack of information and lack of knowledge. The mind is like a parachute. It only works when it's open. Keep what you need and let the rest go. And Julia, you speak the truth. Everything but about me at times, but I'll talk to you in private about that.
I knew that was coming.
There you go. There you go.
There you go, your boy, y'all.
I knew that was coming.
We're gonna get to the two videos. I got a couple of other jokes of the day, but if I could get to them, I'll play them in. But I wanted to discuss these two videos here. One, they both a minute and 15.
When I saw the images that have been floating all over the news all week, it became difficult to watch. The atrocious, degrading, demeaning, debauchery. I know who it was, but I saw my daughters, and it made me angry. It made me angry. And I thought, if it affected me like that as a man, how much more is that image a trigger for women who have been through that, who are currently going through that, who are in the middle of that, who feel trapped? Something you need to understand. If you got a rage you can't control, if you have an emotional problem, a mental health issue where you're bipolar, you got to get some help, dude. If you're into substance abuse and it turns you into a weapon, you got to get some help. It triggered me as a father. I knew that wasn't my daughter's laying there, but it seemed like it was. I got mad, like it was me. Men, we got to care. When somebody kicks you and stomps you and beats you, it should, nobody deserves to be treated like that. It's going to take us to stand up. It's going to take us to speak out. It's going to take us to say something. Until men start speaking up and saying enough is enough, there's not going to be the change that we need.
That's exactly right, TD. I agree with you on that, even though you're talking about your boy, and you know your boy got them videos on you. So
yeah. Definitely.
They're all compromised.
Right.
They're all compromised.
Y'all don't be real long.
Mm-hmm.
And so you know what? We sitting here, and I'll be honest with y'all, like I always do. Sometimes the message is okay, is who delivered the message. And when I looked at him and he delivered the message, I wiped it off.
I can't take him seriously.
I wiped it off. Maybe he was being serious, but the message, the person who giving the message. If it was Jew, okay. If it was RG, okay. It was Sonya, Mr. Brown, and UTC, okay. But the message was delivered from him, and I voted it. I don't want to hear that, dude.
Yep.
I don't want to hear it. You've been there in room 221 with John and Sally and all of them. I don't want to hear all that.
But and let me say this, y'all, and I'm just gonna piss some folk off. You know what gets me with the P. Diddy's and the TD Jakes and all in the world? The black community, and particularly the black church, need to stop having problems with the LGBTQIA community. That's the problem. Because y'all got to go play behind the scenes when you shouldn't have been doing that in the first place. But you're going to demonize your members for doing adultery, but I'm going to leave that there.
Hey, no, you say we got a problem?
Gotta go.
Oh, okay. I'm saying in general, not us. But that's the problem. They couldn't see Diddy and TD Jakes had to fulfill this image of being married and all that stuff when they knew that truth.
Come on. I'm like this saying RG. And I'm gonna tell you about all the preachers. Let me tell you something right now. If you married to Mary and you bumping and grind with Jimmy in the closet, come on, man. Come on. And then you get mad because your wife tell the audience, the people that they leaving you. TJ Jake was always like that. Always have been, always will be. I'm like this him. R. Kelly went to jail for messing with young girls. P. Diddy, I don't know what's going to happen. It's young boys at the end of the day. And what P. Diddy, let me tell you what that fool did. And he did it to back himself. He had 200 cameras in his house.
In his home.
That means he got 200 evidence for Oprah,
that's just
Donald Trump, TJ Jakes, all of them. He ain't going no way because he got evidence to take all of them down. Trust me.
The Illuminati will protect all of them.
He had 200 cameras?
200 cameras in his house. And the Senate, no people in the Senate been the PJ party. The people in the Republican been the TJ party. Trust me. He got more information on people. Come on now. If Jules or me beat that woman like that, he would be in jail right now.
I'm so glad I didn't go to P. Diddy house. Y'all who didn't comment can comment after y'all hear this.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you got to do that. I was fucked up. I mean, I hit rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, going to rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
Negro, shut up. I ain't seen a damn tear come out his eyes.
Nah.
He lying.
You see that shit?
He trying to cover us up. That Negro did it. That nigga don't have no Negro have no kind of. Come on, man. Really? Come on, man. Nah. Dude, you ain't dropping tears. You stress out. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, man, please, you thank God in heaven, God, Heavenly Father, that wasn't my daughter. Thank you, Jesus.
Let me say this. Let me offer this, please. I don't agree, and I think what he did was atrocious and terrible. And I don't know where I am with his apology. But I want us to be cautious about how we judge, because how many of us do the same thing every day through words, through hurting other people, through rumors, through things like that. So be mindful as we judge and we want to, do all of that.
Wait.
What do
RG.
we do? Hold on. What do we do? What do we do?
No. RG, wait a minute now.
I'm just
No,
saying.
you wait a minute. I can't believe you sitting here and say some shit like that when that man.
But you didn't listen to what I said. That's how I know you didn't listen.
Thing of judging him. That Negro is wrong, and for you to
I said it was wrong. You did not listen to what I said.
Come on, man, brother, please.
You didn't listen to what I said. You got
Let him
to
say it, Mark.
Clear it up, please.
I
clear
said
it up.
I started with. I thought it was atrocious. You want to listen or you gonna talk?
No, I'm gonna listen.
I thought it was atrocious, terrible, and just evil. I don't know where I stand with his apology. That's how I started.
Yeah. What you mean you don't know where you stand? At the end of the day, you can look at
I don't like it, what he did.
Listen.
I don't like the shit he did. Okay,
look in that man's eyes.
Look
in that man's eyes. No, hold on, Drew. Look in that man's eyes. He didn't drop a damn tear.
Yeah. I don't like what he did.
That was real.
We ain't got a long time.
Okay, I'm gonna go. He was reading that shit from up. If you look at him, he reading what he wrote up there, RG.
And I'm gonna address that part in a minute.
Somebody wrote that script for him.
I'm gonna address that part in a minute.
Yeah, somebody wrote that.
Cozy, you had something you want to say?
I had a moment.
I was agreeing with Bernard. Somebody clearly wrote that. You could tell when something is not organic from in here. Somebody wrote that, but I'm moving on. It's on you.
I said 2 weeks ago when he made the video, we don't forgive you.
Okay. All right. Charlie Brown.
The video itself have no remorse in it. You can see it in his demeanor and what he said. He's playing to the people like myself, pretty spiritual. He's playing to the church people, so he want God to forgive him. And we do forgive people. Yeah. But at the same time, I understand he have no remorse in his heart. And you can tell it in his demeanor. Yeah. And Cozy, you probably was right. Someone could have very well wrote it for him because there was no true acting for his compassion. Image of either pretend he was gonna cry a little bit. But,
well, it was 7 years ago, and he is void of feelings. He is void of feelings.
Well, when you sell your soul houses your feelings, right?
Right. Well, he sold it, so he's void of feelings. Now, two things I'm gonna say. One, I don't know who in the hell advising him. This was 7 years ago. Your ass in so much trouble. The feds just convened a federal grand jury on you yesterday, I believe it was, that he don't even know about. And who advising him to had made that video to apologize about something that he still has to defend? If there were allegations out there, and Puffy's a billionaire, people are canceling him left and right. Peloton canceled him today. The liquor thing who he was suing really cut ties with him. That gives them all the ammunition they need now not to pay him. So he's being canceled. If anything didn't cancel him before, that did.
Yeah.
There's no way I would have said that was me. I don't give a damn if you could blow the picture up and saw my whole teeth. That was not me. I don't know with AI these days, that was not me. That was 7 years ago. He already paid her for that abuse.
Right.
You see, he already paid her for that. So she got paid for that whipping. Yeah. I mean, I felt like TD Jakes. I felt like, man, somebody need that. Where was the people at? Why nobody can't stop this man? And he had control where it wasn't like these women just was consensual. he had control over them. Now, if it was consensual, and you might think that it was, but I say it ain't, because he has something over them, you know. And no, I don't think it was sincere. I think that he is now canceled. He needs to just hide his money somewhere, put it away, because everybody gonna be getting a piece of it, and it's gonna be people coming out here. I'm trying to find me a couple of girls to go see it.
Don't forget them 200 camels. I go
200
take them down for him. I go take them down for him and say he never had not one single camel up there. Not one.
That's right.
How much you want for that? How much you want for that?
TJ Jakes had those. TJ J had on some thongs, man. And one of
Be
those.
quiet, but now I can't deal with you.
Swallowed up.
No.
Swallow.
Y'all let Bernard tell the truth. They say TJ Jake was a power bottom. I didn't know.
Y'all need to stop it.
I didn't even know it was a word.
Stop.
I had no idea somebody can be a power bottom.
A power bottom. Yeah. That's the first time I ever heard that term.
Chandra, stop. Chandra, you're in charge.
Hey, man, y'all know for a fact, if any black person say something about you anyway like that, y'all know it's the truth. Because you probably done made that person mad. Y'all know it's the truth.
This little boy here should have been named P. Diddy instead of Johnny. This little boy here name should have been P. Diddy instead of Johnny.
A teacher once asks the kids in class, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" A student named Mike said, "I want to be an engineer. I want to build things." The teacher said, "That's great. Hope you achieve it." Another student named Dave said, "I want to be a doctor. I want to help the people who are sick." The teacher said, "That's just wonderful. I hope that you succeed in this." Little Johnny, a legendary student, says, "I want to be a billionaire when I grow up. And then I will go to the most expensive clubs, take the best bitch, give her a Ferrari worth over $1 million, an apartment in Copacabana, a mansion in Paris, a jet to travel through Europe, an infinite Visa card, and make love to her 3 times a day." The teacher, shocked, not believing and not knowing answer of the child, decides not to give importance to what he said, and then continues the lesson by asking the calm and polite student named Susan, "And what about you, Susan?" Susan hilariously replied, "I want to be Johnny's bitch."
Huh.
Well, that's colorful language.
Wow.
Y'all see what Johnny said he wanted to give, right? Johnny wanted to give all those things that Puffy give him.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Puffy crazy though. Puffy told Cat Williams he gave him $50 million to let him screw him.
Hey,
50 million.
crazy. Man, that dude. Hey, that dude, man.
A lot of people ain't gay. A lot of people ain't gay, but damn, that makes
I know it.
People doing
You turn your head.
Wait a minute. Now, when did Puffy say that, Julius?
Cat Williams told you on the special.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Why they didn't call me? I want to know about
Mr. Brown, you
Trust
are
me.
in time out completely for the rest of the night.
Yeah. And y'all know who turned Puff Daddy
$50
out?
million?
Yeah. Clyde Davis.
I'll
People
turn
do
my
stuff for a
head.
Happy Meal now, hell.
Yeah. Clyde Davis, the one turned Puff Daddy out. Clyde Davis, one of the most marvelous. Clyde Davis, man. And then you went for Usher. Then you went for Justin Bieber. Then you come on, man. 50 Cent was the only one. Look at bro. You know,
they said Jay-Z worse than him.
Jay-Z worse than him. Him and Beyonce.
Oh, stop. Oh,
And you know who rushed in all of them? Van Johnson.
No.
Julius,
Something else.
Julius, you said $50 million? Y'all said anything what you want to call me what you want. I don't care.
All night long?
All night and all day.
He put you all that long, Mr. Brown.
He
was
Bernard.
Better be careful with that.
All day too.
With that.
He didn't want you.
$50 million. He could have went to a psychiatrist and let it.
Ass up, face down.
50 million.
Now we're just having fun, but you know, it's pretty powerful stuff, and who might have turned him out and everything, and those techniques. He didn't learn them all by himself. Other powerful people.
Oh yeah. Oh
If
yeah.
you do this, it will make you the most powerful person.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, in the world. The president got power, but you have more power than the president.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, I was having fun. We all know that. And I'll be honest with you, and Julius know my saying for to come now. I make money. Money never made me at all.
There you go. There you go.
Julius, please bring my money tomorrow to me. Okay? He owed me some money.
I owe you 50 million too.
Yeah, that's
You gonna
right.
do them like P. Diddy?
Hey, P. Diddy gonna give us 60 million if he say all night long.
He ain't gonna stay 2 minutes with me.
Y'all.
I don't roll.
Just to be clear, Bernard was talking about Van Johnson, the movie star, the guy who
Right.
Yeah, Van Johnson movie star.
Off of Family Matters.
Right.
Did get him.
Yes.
I heard that.
Yeah, Puff did get him off of with Urkel.
Yeah.
Puff did
That
get
person.
The father that played the police officer on Urkel.
I heard he did some crime.
Dan Bell Johnson.
I heard he
something like
did
that.
some crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we go with joke of the day before we go.
Jesus, Moses, elderly looking gentlemen were golfing. Moses steps up. Hits a terrible shot. Heads for the pond. Moses runs up. Water parts. Bounces across the bottom up onto the green. Jesus says, "Fine shot, Moses." Jesus steps up. Terrible shot. Heads for the pond. Sits on the water. Jesus walks across the water. Stands, chips the ball up onto the green. Moses says, "You too, Jesus, fine shot." The elderly looking gentleman has just taken this all in. He steps up, hits the worst shot of the three. Goes about 40 yards. Huge wind gust. Pushes the ball all the way into the pond. Sinks to the bottom. Big carp comes up, leaps the water. A minute later, apex 3 feet with a ball in its mouth. Starling comes out of the woods, grabs the ball right at the apex, flies 325 yards down the fairway, drops the ball onto the green. Squirrel comes out of the woods, nudges the ball into the cup for a hole-in-one. Jesus turns, says, "Nice shot, Dad."
Oh,
wow.
That didn't go over my head.
Wow.
Dude, that's not a good joke.
Get that one, Charlie?
Yeah, don't play me. You know, I got that.
Hole in one.
I do have to leave early tonight.
God used everything.
It was good.
Everything. God used everything. The squirrel, the carp out of the water, the wind. He used everything to get his ball down in the hole in one.
He's a good shot, Dad. That's a good one. Listen, it was good to talk to y'all guys tonight. Sonia, it give me a great pleasure to see you as always. Easy, thank you for coming in and celebrating with us. We simply trying to change Savannah and any other cities who listen to us, because we in California, Texas, New York, we're all over. Again, our views are, we try to be truthful, and the truth will set you free.
Right.
Robert, good night. Bernard,
Good night,
to see you.
safe.
You make black look good, Bernard. I want you to know that. Not
Well,
only you black, your clothes are black. You make black really good.
Well, thank you, P. Diddy. Thank you.
All right.
Oh, no.
Oh, serious. As always, if possible, tomorrow, can you swing by? I need that money, because money make me and I don't make money when it comes to you. But good night. Thank you, guys. Take care of yourself.
All right, y'all be safe.
Good night, sir.
You be safe.
Dropping in.
Appreciate it.
And we'll see y'all next week.
Definitely.
same time, same back channel. Y'all don't forget to
But we're
watch
still Saturday.
episodes. I mean, there's a couple of other videos, but we hold them to next week. We're going to be talking to the church a whole lot because we feel like the church has an obligation to do some things in the community that they're not doing. And we want to make sure that we can get the church on board. It takes pressure. It takes people talking about them. It takes people advocating for cause for people to listen. And that's what we're going to be doing here on this particular platform. So if you don't want to talk about the church, then I advise you not to show up that week. And you preach it to all your preaching, tell them they need to be watching. It's a new group of pastors that's about to start up, and those pastors will be advocating for the people. These pastors these days, all they advocate is for the bank account.
Oh my Lord.
So we're and I'm talking about 95% of y'all pastors out there. Y'all advocate for the bank account only. Y'all don't care nothing about the congregation. You don't care nothing about the people. And if you got a problem with that, you're free to come on this show and tell us why we are wrong or why I am wrong, because I'm the one that's saying it. You're free to come on this show or any of our shows and tell us why I am wrong, because we see what you're doing and it's nothing. Nothing.
Nothing. They ain't doing
There's
nothing.
no reason why the first district of Savannah should still be in the condition that it's in.
Oh yeah,
they got the mayor
There's no
elected.
reason. You know,
Yeah, you're right.
Quick question: where is the first district?
West Savannah.
West Savannah.
West
All
Savannah.
West Savannah. It looked the same for what, 40 years or more?
50 years.
Yeah, 42.
Yeah.
Shit.
Ain't no change.
But we got the cemetery done. Let me hush.
Yeah.
And that's the weeping time.
Oh, I forgot. Let's get these last comments because we got a few minutes. Let's get these last comments. Diane Douse Brown, hello. I love y'all because black media tells the truth. We appreciate you, dear. Abuse is not an anger management issue. Abuse is about control.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
When
right.
young boys or girls is pedophile behavior. It is a crime.
Yeah.
Well, I agree and I disagree to some degree. We'll get into that another day, because seriously, we make laws over here that were not laws even in the Quran or the Bible. Hell, they marrying at 10 years old over in some countries. The fathers are giving the daughters away at 10 and 11 and 12 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
We made laws. They used to do that here in this country. And we make laws that because all the laws change because of how they feel.
Correct.
So it's everybody. So we can't go condemning what somebody else does in another country.
Correct.
Because
Americans
it's unlawful here in America, And no, you'll be when we're so brainwashed and we're thinking, the Bible tells you one thing, and if you believe in the Bible, it tells you what to do. And that's what it said. I've never seen anything in the Bible about an age. And that's what a Muslim person had to tell me that. Because they have 5, 6, 7, 8 wives.
Right.
That's a crime in America.
Not in Utah. Not in Utah.
That's right. It's legal there.
Right. You're right, but not in Utah.
Not in Utah.
They can have as many as they want.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a show that we'll do on that, and we'll put all the stuff behind it and bring it all up, because Little House on Prayer was a true story.
Yes.
Y'all can play with it if you want. Little House on Prayer was, and they were married at 13.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
I guess P. Diddy does. He could end up in prison like R. Kelly. P. Diddy is going to prison. The federal grand jury is convened. I believe it was today or yesterday that they convened a federal grand jury. There's nothing P. Diddy can do to get around. He has too many witnesses, and the feds don't play. They have, the Fed is almost like the internet. They're undefeated.
Yeah,
we barely beat them. Like Bernard said, when they come, they're like, what?
Yeah. So if
They're
they
like,
locking them up, so why not? So what y'all waiting on not locking Donald Trump up? He should be in jail.
We talked about that.
That's true too. But that's white privilege.
White privilege.
There you go, white privilege.
But we got to be able to say we need to do something about black privilege. But when the feds come, they're like, what, Bernard?
Shit. They're at lunches. They're at lunches. Ain't no sense in you. They already know what time it is.
You say that they're like ants. Yeah.
They're like, hey, that's right. They already know.
Ants. Yeah.
When the fed come knocking on your door, man, just go get in there.
About 2 minutes, Brother Rufus.
Just go get in their car.
Yeah.
They already know what time it is.
Sir. And that's what it is. And so Julius, that was not me. That was my evil twin. That was Ivan Cohen. All night long, like Gerald told. But we're gonna get these last ones. He not only should be canceled, he needs to be under the prison, waiting on the murder charges for Kim Porter Craig, Tupac.
Yes.
And I believe that he killed all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, because all these people died mysteriously, and there's no reason for all these people. And it just don't add up, Puffy. I mean, you might be a victim of circumstances.
Yeah.
But you cause your own demise by continuing to live a lifestyle that you should have controlled. If you controlled that lifestyle, nobody would be saying anything. But like I say, it comes to the light once every now.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say? There are no natural deaths in Hollywood.
That's correct. Jamal say, I'm not showing up. Showing up for what? Oh, for next week. Not next week. When you, you better still up to talk about them pastors, because them pastors, you affiliated with the show. They ain't gonna bother with you. Anyway,
right.
Anyway,
we don't hide. Don't hide.
Yeah, don't hide. I told you, I'm gonna call them out. All of them. So when y'all get some good stuff and y'all see it on the church, we're gonna talk about it. Ain't that we're anti-religious or anti-Christian or anti-anything. I know that there's a God. I wouldn't be here if there wasn't. And you don't have any more claim to God than me. I don't care what religion you claim.
Say that again.
So you can say what you want, but we will expose you. You can say whatever you want to say. I don't give a damn. I touch my anointing and do my prophet no harm. I'm the prophet.
And we Wolverine, Joe. We Wolverine.
All right, here we go. We'll see y'all tomorrow for 2 or 3 shows, Friday for 2 or 3 shows, and Saturday for 2 or 3 shows. And we appreciate y'all watching. We appreciate y'all tuning in, and we love you. Keep watching. Keep sharing.
There you go. Hey, love y'all.
I like that.